My relationship was perfect and my husband treated me like a queen. But for some reason, I just couldn't shake a strange feeling that something was wrong. My husband would go out and come home late at night. He blamed this on an increased workload at work. I trusted him, so I was not worried. Then he became distant. Even when we were together, his attention drifted. When the mysterious phone habit started, I knew something was definitely wrong. He guided his phone and became defensive whenever I asked him what he was doing. I felt it in my bones that another woman was involved, so I decided to embark on my own investigation. Even though I felt he was cheating on me, I wanted to be wrong so bad. My suspicions grew when he ended the call. Immediately I entered into our house one day. That night, whilst he was sleeping, I took his phone and went through his messages. And I was faced with a painful truth. My husband's affair was real. This revelation shattered my heart. For some reason, I just wanted to know who the woman was. So I decided to dig deeper. I found a real name in their chats. And I went online to look into this woman. I searched and searched through all the social media platforms with no results. I was about to give up when I decided to check out her status on WhatsApp. And when I saw who the woman was, a shock vibrated through my body. And I almost dropped his phone on the floor. I had gone to drop my daughter at the school 3 months ago when this woman approached me. She presented herself as a fellow mother dropping off her own child. She said they had just moved into the area and that she didn't know anyone around. Her daughter was in my daughter's class, so I gave her my number and she called me that same night. And we became friends from there. She would wait for me outside the school whilst I dropped my daughter. And then we'll go to a nearby pizza parlor, buy food and chat. This was the woman my husband was having the affair with. At first, I couldn't believe my eyes. I thought they were playing tricks on me. But the video was really her. And it turned out she didn't have a child at my daughter's school at all. She lied to get close to me. Like, who does that? I woke my husband up immediately that same night and confronted him. He gave me a bunch of useless excuses. But I knew there and then that I was done with him. It was clear the woman he was having the affair with was unstable. I don't know what she would have done if I had not found out her true intentions. She might have hurt me or my daughter, especially since my daughter is just 2 years old and cannot talk yet. The decision to leave my husband was difficult, and I really loved him with all my heart. But the trust I had for him was broken, and I knew deep within me that leaving him was necessary for my own well-being and self-worth. I never dreamed that my marriage would end, but this is the situation I find myself in. I'm still in pain and I'm still healing, but I'm gradually rebuilding my life. What happened to this man will shock you. In the busy city of Alonda lived a man named Abuaje. Abuaje was very handsome and he had an effortless charm. With his good looks and charismatic personality, he effortlessly attracted women to him like flies to a flame. His looks made him irresistible to women. He became aware of this ability and swayed the hearts of women. He enjoyed the power he held over the opposite sex and used it to his advantage. Abuaji would approach women with charm and charisma. Then he would sweep them off their feet and make them fall in love with him. He would promise them eternal love and unwavering loyalty. He effortlessly drew them into his web of deceit. Abuaji had mastered the art of manipulation, and he worked a spell on every woman who crossed his path. He will act like a devoted lover, giving the woman all his time and attention, all the while keeping them at arm's length emotionally. He maintained multiple relationships, juggling 2 or 3 women at a time. Each relationship became a conquest in his mind, and he enjoyed the thrill of the chase, luring unsuspecting women into a tangled maze of lies and false hopes. One after the other, women fell for his sweet words. Tempted by the illusion of a fairy tale romance, they invested their time, their dreams, and their vulnerable hearts into a relationship with Abuaji, and he had no intention of fulfilling his promises to them. Abuaji enjoyed his power, intoxicated by the control he held over this unsuspecting woman. He didn't care about any of them and showed no remorse. He casually discarded one lover after the other, leaving a trail of broken hearts, shattered dreams, and deep emotional scars. To him, they were just pawns in his game of seduction, easily replaced once their usefulness had faded. In the midst of his destructive journey, he crossed paths with a woman named Afi. Afi had lost her father at the age of 16, and in the wake of her father's passing, Afi found herself battling not only with grief, but also an unsympathetic stepmother who had never held any affection for her. It was a very difficult and trying time for Afi, as she dealt with both the loss of her father and the harsh treatment from her stepmother. One fateful night, her stepmother's dislike for her reached its boiling point, and Afi was roughly thrown out of the house. With nothing more than a small bag of clothes and a small amount of money, Afi ventured out into the world, searching for comfort and a place to call home. She sought refuge with a longtime friend, Effie, who understood the pain and hardships that Afi was enduring. Effie, a caring and compassionate soul, did her best to provide comfort and support during these challenging times. In an attempt to uplift Afi's spirits and introduce her to new opportunities, Effie introduced her to Oko, a man who professed to be kind, caring and genuine. Oko appeared to be a source of hope and stability for Afi. He offered her a shoulder to lean on and a listening ear, promising to treat her with the love and respect she had been deprived of for so long. Over time, however, Oko started showing his real colors. It became clear that Oko was anything but the honest and caring partner he had portrayed himself to be.